Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
Are you guys aware that there's currently a pastor in jail in Calgary?
No.
Yeah, so we've actually got the truck here. There's been a couple pastors arrested for violating COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the politicians are violating the COVID restrictions up in the Sky Palace, getting a free pass. What do you think about that?
That's so bad.
You guys looked up dogs? Okay. You guys step back, please.
Bye, Dad.
Love you very much,
This is his family.
He's actually getting arrested in front of his family?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
They should all be in jail.
Who should all be in jail?
Shandro and the other guy. Sorry, I'm late for an appointment.
No worries, thanks. Well, there you have it. They should all be in jail, Shandro and the other guy. It should come as no surprise that a government willing to spend money on public art that is an inverted church is targeting pastors across the province. In fact, across the country. We currently have Pastor Tim Stevens sitting in jail. It's his second time in jail. Pastor Artur Pawlowski was also in jail. There's a war on Christianity in this country, and the man responsible for that is Tyler Shandro. So we have our Shame on Shandro truck touring the city, bringing attention to the hypocrisy and double standards. If you want to help us in this initiative to shed light on this important international story locally, go to shameonshandro.com. You can make a contribution and we can get these trucks touring more frequently. We hope to go out and get these trucks touring for so many politicians who have been crooked and corrupt and targeted and persecuted against Christian pastors. Here's actually the footage, if you want to watch it, of the dramatic arrest. This is his family.
He's actually getting arrested in front of his family?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, they were we were there. We were the ones who filmed it. The whole family was bawling. It was a dramatic experience. What do you make of that?
I just find that just nonsense. It's like, why would you do that to somebody in their family? Like, now this guy's in jail and his family are... Is this him right here?
This is the other one.
Oh, wow.
This is all in Calgary.
This is all in Calgary?
All in Calgary, yeah.
Over not wearing a mask.
Yeah. Gathering, continuing to worship, not wearing a mask. Actually, the other footage you saw was actually for gathering outside for worship.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Like, sorry, but people should be able to believe in whatever they want to believe in. And I'm sorry, like, I don't know, I'm not a religious person at all, but, like, believe in what you want to believe in. And, like, you shouldn't be taking away people's beliefs because they're not wearing a fucking mask. Sorry, like, it's... And, like, destroying people's families and putting somebody away for something that they, like, believe in is not, in my opinion, a very, free country type of vibe.
Yeah. Certainly, I don't know if I would go so far as to say a double standard. But look, in each one of our lives, our daily interactions, have there been times where, if you were to look yourself in the mirror and say, did you skirt regulations? Mm-hmm. Did you slip into the store and forget to put on your mask and put it on afterwards? Did you go to hang out with a neighbor in the backyard who you know is has been quarantining but hasn't shown signs? I think that the difference is each of us doesn't have a camera. Don't have you guys. Do you want to come along and follow me around for 16 hours? I'm sure you could probably find me doing something I'm not supposed to. Mm-hmm. So I think the double standard is in the level of scrutiny. But as an elected official, you know that. You know that you guys are there. You know that you've got to constantly be vigilant. And so the mistake was, I think, in their duty of leadership to maintain that constant vigilance. So on the one hand, the double standard is we expect more from them than we expect from ourselves. On the other hand, they know that, and if they fall, it's kind of on them for slipping.
We're trying to do what we've already broken, and at this rate, if we keep going this way, like if you're a health minister, follow your own rules. Honestly, it's super hypocritical to make everybody else follow your rules and not follow your own. It makes you look like a terrible person.
Hi there. Do you agree with Christian pastors being jailed while Tyler Shandro and the other guys party at the Sky Palace?
They should all be in jail.
Who should all be in jail?
Shandro and the other guy. Sorry, I'm late for an appointment.
No worries, thanks. Well, there you have it. They should all be in jail, Shandro and the other guy. Hey, if you want to represent Rebel News proudly, go to rebelnewsstore.com. You can get the same shirt I'm wearing now. We've got tons of funny shirts, political shirts, all that good stuff. So go to rebelnewsstore.com right now. I don't know if you know, but there's a Christian pastors who've actually been arrested right now. Do you think that's okay, given that the politicians are partying in the Sky Palace without consequence?
Yes.
You think it's good that they're arrested, sorry?
Yeah, it's good that the pastor was arrested. He was breaking the restrictions.
Okay. And do you think there's a double standard, though, when Tyler Shandro was caught in the Sky Palace, Jason Kenney's been caught violating the rules, and there's no consequences for them? What do you make of that?
I don't have enough information on what they were doing to make a proper statement, but I do know that he was breaking restrictions.
Do you think that the restrictions should be applied evenly at the very least as a broad statement?
Probably a little more clarity on everything would be okay.
How you doing, sir? What do you think of the truck?
Good.
You like it? Have you been following this story?
Yeah.
Wonderful. And do you think it's okay that these pastors are in jail, or is it wrong?
Okay.
It's wrong? Okay. Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you. Have you been following the story at all with the arrest of the Christian pastors?
Of course. All of it.
Yeah. And what do you make of the fact that a Christian pastor is currently in jail for gathering for worship?
Not Canadian. No. And especially where he came from Poland, where communism, he lived through communism. My parents came from communist Czech Republic as well, and this is disgusting. They came here to be free, and now it's happening here.
And what do you make of the double standards? Living or having an experience of a communist country, often the politicians get off scot-free. We're seeing that here. Tyler Shandro caught in the Sky Palace, Jason Kenney breaking the rules, no penalty for them whatsoever, pastors in jail.
That's how it is, unfortunately, and I don't agree with it, but I hope more people get their eyes open as to what the reality is.
I think they're breaking the church down because they're not really interested in the church because they can't control the people in the church. We have a different belief system than the government needs to control everybody.
We've just learned that U.S. Senator Josh Hawley actually wrote to the U.S. Commission on International Freedoms suggesting that Canada be added to the international watch lists because of the persecution of Christians, particularly named as Pastor Tim Stevens. The great irony is that Jason Kenney was once a proud defender of international religious freedoms, and now he himself is suggested as a great perpetrator of those fundamental freedoms. We're drawing attention to these hypocritical double standards, this international story. It has made headlines around the world, but sadly it seems that many of the Calgarians we have talked to are not familiar with the story. So we're touring the city with our Shame on Shandro billboard truck to get the word out and spread awareness that a Christian pastor this very day sits in jail simply for continuing to worship. We see the footage of your husband being arrested right behind you here on this truck. We're bringing attention to these unjust arrests, the discrimination against Christians. What do you make of all of this?
Any exposure, it's good. Any exposure. Thank you, Rebel Media. So whatever others are not doing, you are doing. We may not see right away the reaction or impact this has, but I know that any exposure creates pressure, creates reaction, creates action. So thank you very much, and it's quite interesting. So I hope you're going to have the right support. Thank you.
Are you guys aware that there's currently a pastor in jail in Calgary?
Nah.
Yeah, so we've actually got the truck here. There's been a couple pastors arrested for violating COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the politicians are violating the COVID restrictions up in the Sky Palace, getting a free pass. What do you think about that?
That's so bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
And what do you make of the situation? Do you think it's fair, just for not wearing masks or for gathering indoors, that someone be thrown in jail?
Nah, I don't think it's no fair.
Yeah. Go on, guys. Are you following the story at all? Did you know there's a... Yeah, how's it going? What did I do? I'm a nice guy, honestly. Well, that is a wrap on this iteration of the Shame on Shandro truck. We have gone across the beautiful city of Calgary, a city divided. Some people haven't even heard that a pastor is in jail. Others think it's a great thing. The majority, though, thinks that there's a clear double standard. Politicians get away with breaking the laws without consequence, while pastors get thrown in jail. We hope to do more of these trucks to call more politicians out and hold them to account for their double standards. If you want to help that campaign to get more trucks out, go to shameonshandro.com to help now. Otherwise, we want to thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this video. For Rebel News, I'm Adam Sos. If you want to represent Rebel News proudly, go to rebelnewsstore.com. You can get the same shirt I'm wearing now. We've got tons of funny shirts, political shirts, all that good stuff. So go to rebelnewsstore.com right now.